Hey what's up guys, it's Red here with another video, this one on Kishibe. This video will be a bit different from the others, but then again, I kinda say that in like every video. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you enjoy this type of video and want to see more. I'm not gonna spend too much time in this intro, so like and subscribe and help me reach 800 and many more subs, please. Check out my Ko-Fi if you want to help, link in the description and on screen. So anyways, let's just start the video. Kishibe's early years. Pre-1997. This was when Kishibe was called the Mad Dog. The reason he got his name was probably because he was a wild card, and most likely didn't follow orders, like a wild or mad dog. We don't really get much about his past until the final extra in Volume 8, all about Kishibe, which was 2, technically 3, pages. And even then, we don't really get to see that much. However, with the release of Buddy Stories, we get to see a bit more of a younger Kishibe during the second short story, 9 Years Savior. Which, by the way, aside from the Volume 8 extra hinting towards the reason as to why he acts the way he does, Buddy Stories really gives Kishibe a bit more character and gives us the real reason as to why he acts the way he does. So, what I'm saying is, Buddy Stories is a good read and you should go buy it, like I did. Anyways, the youngest we see of Kishibe is in the first panel of All About Kishibe. This was when he first became Quan Chi's partner. At this point in time, I infer that Kishibe was already a devil hunter, probably already given the moniker of the Mad Dog. So Kishibe is probably in his 20s, with the max age here being 25. Why am I saying this? Well, Kishibe talks about Quan Chi being his new buddy, meaning that he had one, or a couple, before, and he also just doesn't give off the vibe of a newbie. With this possible age, this moment takes place at around the 60s, aka the 1960s, or the 1970s, at the very latest. Which also means that Kishibe was born near the end or after World War II. Which doesn't really matter since Pochide erased World War II. Anyways, All About Kishibe is about Kishibe asking Quan Chi to be his woman, girlfriend, wife, etc. And with her rejecting him. But that's just the surface level shit, which actually gets expanded on in Buddy Stories. And the 9 Years Savior takes place before and during the final 2 panels of All About Kishibe. Which I can assume that Kishibe is in his 30s at the very most. And that it takes place at around the mid to late 70s. And definitely during this time, Kishibe definitely got quote unquote leashed, as he no longer behaves as the Mad Dog, and even Quan Chi said, "Mad Dog Kishibe, meekly following orders?" When Kishibe said that the higher-ups told him to keep an eye on Quan Chi so that she doesn't train her newbie to near death like the others. This short story really shows how devil hunting broke him, as it started with Kishibe drinking heavily. While he normally does it, Quan Chi points out that Kishibe tends to drink more after one of Kishibe's newbies die, which actually happened the day before, and in the previous month, 5 newbies died, clearly causing him to drink a lot more than usual. At this point, Kishibe requested public safety to no longer give him more newbies to train, and only give him toys that won't break, as he puts it, and to not have public safety send people or dogs to train. This will be more important later, by the way. Kishibe even states, "Far as I'm concerned, I'm just training dogs, but even dogs, you get attached to them." Kishibe doesn't want to be a mentor because he knows they won't last. He doesn't want to get burnt again. All his years of devil hunting has caused him relationship issues, as Kishibe doesn't even want to feel connected with anyone, as he'll feel terrible when they die. The devil hunters who trained him, the devil hunters he trained, they all died. And at this point, he doesn't want to feel a thing. That's why Kishibe fills himself up with booze, so that his mind goes numb. Which is where Kishibe first lost his fangs. Where Kishibe became collared and became a tamed dog. Which brings us to Quan Chi. Quan Chi is the only person he feels connected to. She's the only one he'll ever love because she won't die. Quan Chi never changed, even after all the years they worked together. That made Kishibe feel safe and comforted. That Quan Chi was the only person who didn't leave him, the one to never die on him. Quan Chi is the only person he knew he'd see tomorrow. Even when she rejected him and punched him over the years, he couldn't stop loving her. Even when Quan Chi came out and said that she might like women, Kishibe already knew that. He's been her partner for over 9 years. But either way, that reassurance that she wouldn't die on him made Kishibe feel safe to be close to her. Chainsaw Man Part 1, Public Safety Saga, 1997. This is where we are first introduced to Kishibe in chapter 19. Though, chapter 29 and on is where we get to see more of him. As confirmed by chapter 61, Kishibe is over 50 years old, which is how I got my estimates for his age earlier. When we first meet Kishibe, he's pretty much the same as he was in his 30s, i.e. loving booze, women, and killing devils. And again, he was drinking heavily. And he was probably in the cemetery because of Himeno and a bunch of other devil hunters in the special divisions died. And in this cemetery is where he meets his perfect students. Toys that he could be rough with and won't break. Denji and Power, who he grows somewhat attached to, specifically Denji, but I'll get into that later. Kishibe trains Power and Denji to become better devil hunters than him, or at least that's his goal. We can also assume that he trained Hirofumi Yoshida before this point. I'm bringing Yoshida up because I'm going to talk about him later. Anyways, Kishibe at this point knows Makima's true nature of her being the control devil. And he even points out how Makima is a liar when she said that she wanted to save people. Kishibe at this point of the story knows he has to do something, but he can't. He's already an old man. He isn't the mad dog anymore. He's been collared. He lost his fangs long ago. And much later in the story, in the International Assassins arc, as Quan Chi stated, this isn't like Mad Dog Kishibe. You've gone crafty. And that he did. Kishibe knew of Makima's strength, so he needed all the people he could get, even trying to recruit Quan Chi to kill Makima. But Quan Chi didn't join, telling Kishibe that ignorance is bliss, that he should just turn a blind eye like her. Anyways, it comes to this point, Kishibe not wanting to see a thing, keeping his blindfold when Makima killed Quan Chi. And you might think that Kishibe took Quan Chi's advice about ignorance. Well, it's actually because Kishibe did not want to see the only person in his heart, the one to never die on him, die in front of his eyes. I'd like to also think that the reason Makima killed Quan Chi the way she did was to purposefully try to keep Kishibe on his leash. However, I believe that only emboldened Kishibe to go all out against Makima to stop her. And such, Kishibe got public safety and even SWAT teams to try to take her down, even ordering devil hunters to cut their own throats for the Hell Devil to send Makima to hell. Yet, even as he did this, he asked for forgiveness for letting so many people die on his watch. And yet, he failed. Everyone failed, except for the one dog he grew attached to the most, Denji. Denji succeeded in everything Kishibe failed at, even when Kishibe thought that there was nothing left. That's why he let Denji get rid of Makima on his own, and why Kishibe brought Nayuta to Denji. He knew that if anyone would be reliable enough to take care of Nayuta and to stop her from becoming another Makima, it was Denji. Kishibe passed on his torch to the perfect candidate, Denji. And, in Kishibe's own words, "Don't you die, Denji. Out of all the hunters I met up to now, you're the one most suited for the job." Post-Public Safety Saga. Theories, 1999 and beyond. So, this is it. We haven't seen Kishibe since chapter 97. He said that he was gonna get busy and disappeared, still missing to this day. So, this part of the vid will have some theories, starting with Kishibe's connection to Yoshida. Oh, yeah.
When it comes to one-year-old Dante,
Kishibe, you are the father. Like, come on. Yoshida is literally just a younger Kishibe. They are 1,000,000% related. But who's the mother? Well, it's probably just a random woman. Or maybe it's Minami Nakano. Who is she, you might ask? Well, if you read Buddy Stories, she's the trainee Quan Chi got. And spoilers for Buddy Stories. In the short story, Minami was in love with Kishibe. She became a devil hunter because Kishibe saved her once, and even wanted to be trained by him. But because Kishibe wasn't taking in newbies, Minami went for Quan Chi since she was Kishibe's partner. Though this might fall apart because Kishibe confirmed that he didn't pursue Minami because he loved Quan Chi. Oh, and the fact that Minami quit being a devil hunter 3 days after she got stabbed in the gut by a devil, who disguised itself as Kishibe. So Minami was probably traumatized by that. But then again, she could still love Kishibe. Plus, she also kinda looks like Yoshida. Well, it's also cause she has short black hair. But here's my crackhead conspiracy theory. The woman Kishibe slept with and the mother of Hirofumi is Makima. Think about it, Yoshida has this weird and creepy aura like a devil. He's uncanny and a very strong devil hunter. He could totally be Kishibe and Makima's kid. Well, I don't really believe it. I just think that it's funny. And hey, I completely believe Fujimoto will pull something like that. But I doubt it. And I totally didn't say Makima in this video so that I could tag Makima and have the video show up when people look up Makima. Totally. Anyways, now on to some theories about Kishibe's whereabouts. Firstly, he really did get busy and is on a mission. I mean, the world's a big place, or Kishibe retired, but that's boring. There's a big chance that he's on the run from the government and public safety, probably on the run with Kobeni as well, since they know too much, and I doubt public safety would want to have liabilities like Kishibe or Kobeni, which could explain their absences from part 2, and they could come back later, or even in today's chapter. But here's my final potential outcome. Kishibe is dead. I mean, come on, he's old, drinks a lot, fights devils, he might have died, but I doubt that Kishibe would die like that. I think that the only way he'd die is if he himself were to do it. Now, I'm not condoning chop suey, but please hear me out. Maybe Kishibe killed himself. I mean, it makes sense. He was asking for forgiveness when he had those devil hunters kill themselves for the Hell Devil, and also all the other people that died trying to stop Makima. So Kishibe probably did it because he couldn't live with the guilt of having to sacrifice so many people just to kill Makima. And he also passed on the torch to Denji and even Yoshida. He knew that the future was safe in the hands of Denji. But I am hoping that Kishibe will come back. If anything, Kishibe probably did get really busy with the whole Nostradamus prophecy that is said to cause the end of the world. So I hope that Kishibe does show up sometime soon. Anyways, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video enough to leave a like and subscribe. I hope it was satisfactory for you guys. I tried to do something new with this video and maybe make some more videos like this one in the future. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, I really want your input to help make videos that you'd like to watch. Like how the next video was voted by you, which it will be on the Nostradamus prophecy. So stay tuned for another poll on my community tab and vote for the next video. And if this video does well, I think I'll do a Quan Chi video like this one. Or maybe it will be my critique on the Chainsaw Man community if more drama happens, which will totally happen. So yeah, thanks for watching.